You're watching TVC News at 7. The Minister of Interior has pleaded with the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service to ensure drugs and supplies meant for the inmates at the custodial centers actually get to them.
Rauf Aregbesola was at the headquarters of the service for a symbolic distribution of the items. Sifon Sen was there for TVC News.
The Nigerian Correctional Service has been trying to reinvent itself after it assumed the new nomenclature in 2019. The Controller General of the service says the service has had a harrowing past fraught with deficiencies. At this ceremony at his headquarters, the Controller General notes with regret that at some point in time the service had to go cap in hand begging for drugs.
The Honorable Minister, you may recall that I have told you on several fora that the Nigerian Correctional Service, as it was known as Nigerian Prison Service, was a neglected service. However, with the advent of the administration of President Muhammad Buhari in 2015, life was injected into the Nigerian Prison Service and now known as Nigerian Correctional Service.
The drugs and other consumables are meant for the custodial centers across the country. The Minister of Interior is emphatic that the items must be used for the purpose they are meant for.
Please, I appeal, let these provisions from the drugs to the other support for good health and Medicare, let them go for the purpose for which they are bought. And I add, let humane considerations and compassion be our watchword, without compromising rules of custodial engagement.
The task now is for the service to ensure that the supplies actually get to the destination for which they were intended. Sifon Sen, TVC News, Abuja.
Let's bring in Sifon to better understand this development. Just how much supply are we looking at, and will it reach all of the correctional facilities in Nigeria?
Yes, volumes of supplies meant for all the correctional or custodial centers across the country. What we just saw in that report are just symbolic distributions because the space could not take all the drugs and other consumables at the disposal of the correctional service. And as the Controller General said, in times past they had to go cap in hand begging for drugs, but now they're able to procure their own drugs and distribute, and they hope it gets better.
Well, the big question will be whether these facilities are no longer prisons and indeed correctional facilities. But we'll get back to you subsequently for more updates on what you know. Defense correspondent Sifon Sen joined us live from Abuja.